Hello and welcome to this tutorial from the FAL ICT Academy video library. In this tutorial, I'm going to give you a quick tour on 5 Excel secrets. Now first, we're going to start with the weekday function. Now the weekday function can be used to find the day of the week of a particular date. For example, whether the date was on Monday, on Tuesday, etc. Now, first what we need to do, we need to find which day of the week is this particular date. So what we need to do first, we're going to say equals to weekday, and then we click on the cell containing date, which is A2 in this case. So then we close the bracket and we have number 7. Now we're going to have a value. So in Excel, 1 is Sunday, and then 2 is Monday, 3 is Tuesday. So as you can see here, we have 7, so that makes it a Saturday. But the point is, this 7 might not be meaningful. So I'm going to show you a trick that we can use to convert this 7 and make it a Saturday. So to do that, first we click on the cell containing the weekday function. That is where we have the 7 here. And then we go to the number group and we click on the dialog box launcher, or if you want, you can press Ctrl+1. That should take you to the same place. It will bring the format cells dialog box, and then from there we go down to custom, and then from custom, as you can see, we have a sample 7. So what we need to do, we're just going to clear this general and we type D 3 times. So as you can see, when you type D 3 times, you'll see that you will have a Saturday. So but when you add another D, as you can see, you have a full spelling of Saturday. Actually, I don't know why they use D, but that's how it is. If you use 4 D's, it will give you the day of the week, right? And then you click OK. So you'll see that we have quickly convert that 7 and make it a Saturday. So now it makes more sense. Now let's move to secret number 2. Now, as we know, in Excel we can use a feature called autofill. For example, if I type Monday here and then I drag to the right, you'll see that it will fill Tuesday here and puts Wednesday and so on. And the same thing goes to the months of the year. I can also drag them and get them. Now we can also, in Excel, you can create your own custom list, right? You can create your own custom list. So to be able to create your own custom list, what you need to do is you go to the file menu here. If you are using Microsoft Office, because right now I'm using Microsoft Office 2013, if you're using 2010, it's the same option. If you're using Office 2007, you just need to click on the Office button and then you click on Word options. So I'm going to click options here, and then from there I will see the Excel options. Then I will go to advanced, and then I will scroll down up to general here. Then I will see edit custom list. So when I click edit custom list, so it will show me the existing list like this. So these are all lists that came with Microsoft Excel. So if you want to add your own list, what you need to do is just to click on new list. Then from there, so let me just try the Roman figures. Let's say I want to have a Roman numbers as a list. So I'm just going to use capital I. So let me just create the list. I hope I'm doing it right. V I. Okay, and then IX. Okay, let me just stop at 10. So I want to make this a list. So from there, after arranging them in order, I have to click add. So you see that that one will be added to the list. Then from there I will click OK. So when I click OK, and then I will click OK again. So let's see, when I type I now and then I drag either across or down, you'll see that my custom lists will take effect. So that's a quick way of creating your own list. So you can create your own list using whatever you want. So whenever you want to delete it, you can always go back there and remove it or add another list. Now let's look at secret number 3. Now in this case here, I want to give 5 extra marks to my students. They have done a test and I want to give them 5 extra marks. So instead of using a formula, I can use a very simple method, right? I want to add 5 marks to each of these marks listed here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on any cell and then type 5, and then from there I'm going to right click on that cell containing the 5 and then I click copy. Then after doing that, I will highlight the values where I want to add 5 to. Then from there I will go to the paste button. I will not click paste directly, so I will click on the drop down list of the paste. Then I will click on paste special. So when I click paste special, then I have to go down to operation here and then I click add, and then from there I can click OK. So when I click OK, as you can see, 5 have all these values have 5 added to it, right? So that's a simple method. So now we can get rid of these 5. We don't need it anymore. So this 5 is not referencing to any of these values, so I can just remove it and it will not cause any harm. So that's a simple way. Okay, now let's move to secret number 4, and here we are I'm going to show you how to simply create a chart using only a single command, right? So let's say you want to create a chart using this information and then move it to another sheet within the same workbook. So most of the time what we do is we first highlight our data and then we go to the insert tab, and then we look for the chart options here. We can choose a chart here and then we insert it, right? And then from there we move the chart to another sheet like that. So instead of using all these steps, what I can do is first I need to highlight the area that I want to create chart for, and from there I will just press one keyboard command, that is F11. So the moment I press the function key F11, this will automatically use the data that I have selected and create a chart out of it and place it on a new sheet. As you can see, my chart is on a new sheet. So this is very quick and very amazing. So whenever you want to do what, automatically it will create a column chart for you, but if you want you can change it, right? If you want you can change it by clicking change chart type here, then you can change it to another type. So that's just easy and very quick. Now let's look at secret number 5. Now as we all know, Excel is having hundreds of built-in functions, but there is this function that is hidden that you will not find in any of the function libraries, right? Now let's say for example here we have 2 dates. We have a start date and we have an end date. Let's say for example I want to know how many years has elapsed between these 2 dates. So most of the time people can just say equals to this, the end date minus the start date, and that will give us 366 days. If you want to find how many months are between these 2 dates, you can also use a combination of the year and the month function, and if you want to know how many years are between them, you can also use the year function. But I'm going to show you a very simple method and using a function that is hidden inside Excel. So what we're going to do, the function is called date diff, but in most cases you'll see that the moment you start typing a function, you'll see all the functions that are related. For example, here I'm only seeing date and date value, but I'm not seeing date diff because this function that I'm about to show you is hidden. But let's see, if I type date diff, you see nothing appears, but the moment I open the bracket, as you can see, it will show you that this function is existent. So now I want to know how many years has elapsed between these 2 dates. So what I'm going to do first is, after opening the bracket, I will click on the start date, comma, the end date, comma, and then I open the double quotes and type Y, and then close another double quotes and then close the bracket. So when I hit the enter key, that would give me 1 year. So that means we have 1 year between these 2 dates. And if I want to know how many months, I just have to replace the Y with M and then press enter. That will give me 12 months. If I want to know how many days, I'll press D, I'll change the M to D and then press enter. That would give me 366 days. So this is a very useful function in Excel, but it is hidden. You will never find it in the function library. So these are the 5 Excel secrets that I have for you today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't also forget to subscribe to File ICT Academy and get more updates. Thank you.